like say you go be my wife. Now the same thing whipping they make my friend talk say I dey waste my time. Now because I dey respect you, spend for you every night and day. I dey pray for you because of you I dey fly like butterfly, my love. Now this thing make people they say I don't lose my sense, my pain, but nobody can stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. With you everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. You see the way all the things they flow. So I'm surprised to see how they love you so. Girl, I the suspect say them no. Say now you be the person where they make me flow. Ooh, I tell them say you are the blessing, and that's why you are so interesting. Nobody is understanding the way you are. Oh my beautiful girl. Now all these make people they say I don't lose my sense, my pain, but they can't stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. With you everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. Your love, they affect my brain. Until they make me go insane. It go make sense if you come my place. If you know hear them, I go talk them again. Your love, they affect my brain. Oh my love, how they go insane. Just leave them the way it be, the way it is. Oh my love. Now all this make people they say I don't lose my sense, my brain, but they can't stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. Everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. I'm with you, my love. Everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yori yori. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. Yeah, yori yori, yeah, yori. They come see.
When the airwaves in your market become more and more crowded, it's time to break it open and really stand out. Broken Air. It's here.
On Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Lagos.
Nigerian creative culture sector comes on radio. It's not a fringe approach, but a masterclass reportage on movies, fashion, heritage, and contemporary music, dance, comedy, festivals, cultural orientation, and travel. Every Thursday, 10:30 a.m. with Frank Meke and Bunmi Bade on Mainland 98.3 FM. Sponsored by National Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC.
If you're like me, whenever this song comes on, this Rex Lawson song, every time it comes on, I actually give a little dance. So I hope you were encouraged to dance at least a little at the beginning of this show. So you're wondering, who is this on air now? You should know by now that at 10 a.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM every Thursday morning, it's time for Creative Nigeria. Can I welcome you all to this special edition? Every edition actually is special, but this edition is even more special because last week I was pretty much alone in the studio, but this week I have company, and it's not just ordinary company. Frank Meke is here. Good morning, Frank, and welcome back.
I'm happy to be back. You know, I usually miss this country. I'm out of it, but this time out, I had a encounter with massive cold.
Oh,
and it was like an experience never seen before. But it's part of travel.
It is.
The experience of travel.
Experience.
So I'm happy to be here, and listeners, Good time always. Good time always.
Fantastic. So, well, as I welcome Frank back, I must also welcome our special guest back because both of them were both in Namibia. If you remember, those of you who listened to us last week, you know that we had that call from Namibia, all the way from Namibia, and what was going on was something really, really super. He is right here joining us in the studio is our travel tech whiz kid, and he's here with us in the studio, Cornelius Ugwunwa. Good morning to you. It's good to have you, and you are one of the top finalists at that competition all the way in Namibia. So of course later on in the show we'll be hearing from you how that experience was, what you have for the youth, because you're definitely a youth and you represent that niche in our community. So yeah, we'll be hearing more about that from you. But how was Namibia though?
Namibia is cold. The weather in Namibia is actually very cold. However, Namibia as a country is a very interesting country to be. It's neat. It was quite different from what we see over here in Nigeria. So at a point I was like, how can a small country like this, the population of about 2.5 million, have such collaboration, such like, it was quite interesting seeing a small country doing quite something huge. Amazing. So we'll be hearing more about that, but and I'm sure that there are things that you've taken from there that we can actually use here as a country. Nigeria, we believe that we're the best, but we shouldn't be too proud to learn from others. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so movies on radio will also be coming your way here on the show. We'll be hearing from Dr. Shuaibu Hussein, and then Anchor Insurance, our insurance partners. They will also feature on the show this morning. So you're in for a really good time. You want to stay tuned. Do not touch your dial because so much is coming your way today. This is Creative Nigeria. We'll be back after this break. But just before that break, I forgot to introduce myself. That is an error, and I apologize. My name is Bunmi Bade Adeniji. We'll be back after this.
Una don hear about NICO, National Institute for Culture Orientation. Na Naija powerhouse for all our cultural informate. Wey dem arrange to touchlight with different Naija culture, language, history, tradition, and our way of life. We join 200 million Nigerians together. Wey dey help make peace, security, and national togetherness. Dandachim. Dem office dey all over we 6 geopolitical zone with one correct culture training school. NICO dey also partner local and international agency dem like UNESCO to help us maintain and grow our ogbonge cultural assets them, wey dey very important to our national development. NICO na agency wey dey under the Federal Ministry of Information, Culture and National Orientation. NICO Abuja office dey number 23 Kigoma Street, Wuse Zone 7E. Our website na info@nico.gov.ng. NICO, dey maintain and build our culture for national development.
Welcome back. And if you're just joining us or you're listening to this show for the very first time, we do go live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, so you can watch all the goings on in the studio. You can be a part of it. Just head to Mainland FM 98.3. That's on Facebook. On YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM, and on Instagram, that's Mainland FM 98.3. We do not mind if you could just drop us a message on any of those platforms. We will read them. We will definitely be happy to hear from you. Also, you can drop us a message on 091-3600-410. That's 091-3600-410. Right. So we segue now straight to Dr. Shuaibu Husseini, who is bringing us news on movies. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome to the Movies on Radio segment of the Creative Naija show. We begin the show today with the buzzing news of three notable Nollywood practitioners, Kunle Afolayan, Ayo Makun, who is popular as AY, and Play Network boss Charles Okpaleke, who are among the 339 Nigerians and Friends of Nigeria selected to receive national honors from the federal government. They were the only three from the motion picture space that made the cut, while Afolayan and Okpaleke got the national honors in the rank of Officer of the Order of the Naija (OON). Comedian, actor, and film producer Ayo Makun got the national honor of Member of the Order of the Naija (MON). Afolayan, Okpaleke, and AY have by this award joined the unofficial club of Nollywood practitioners that have been honored by the federal government for their invaluable contributions to the growth and development of that non-oil sector of the nation's economy. Those that have been previously honored include Omotola Jalade Ekende, Patience Ozokwo, Zeb Ejiro, Teko Benson, Kanayo, Emeka Rolas, Stephanie Linus Idahosa, and Mo Abudu. Mo Abudu got the national honors of Officer of the Order of the Naija last year. Afolayan is best known for directing box office hits such as Figurine and Anikulapo, while Okpaleke is best known for leading Play Network to produce some old Nollywood classics such as Living in Bondage, Breaking Free, and Nneka, the Pretty Serpent. AY is a household name. He has produced several stand-up shows and has equally signed a couple of movies, including Merry Men and Almajiri as producer. Creative Naija salutes Afolayan, Charles of Play Network, and AY for giving the industry something to cheer about on this diet of the National Honors Award. Moving on now, we told you the last time we were here that we will bring you details of the winners of the prestigious Cannes Film Festival, which closed on May 28th. Well, after 11 days of an exceptional edition, the jury of the 76th Festival de Cannes, as the festival is called, chaired by Swedish director Ruben Östlund, presented his winners list among the 21 films presented in competition this year. The psychological drama starring German actress Sandra Hülle, titled Anatomy of a Fall by Justin Triet, received the Palme d'Or, the grand prize of the festival. This will be the third time in the 76-year history of the Cannes Film Festival that a female filmmaker has won the grand prize, with the first being Jane Campion in 1993 for The Piano. So Justin Triet becomes the third woman to win the grand prize in the 76-year history of the festival. Winners were also announced in the short film category and in the uncertain regards category. We say congratulations to Justin Triet. Our women are indeed rising. And talking about women rising, let's share the good news about the decision of the notable and prolific filmmaker Isong Mesodi to float a film festival in the United States to celebrate Black cultural heritage. The writer, producer, and director recently unveiled the maiden edition of the African Cultural Film Festival, AfriCOF, in the United States. The festival is scheduled to hold from the 26th of October through to 29th in Houston, Texas, and according to Isong, the festival aims at encouraging a vibrant exchange of ideas and to promote a deeper appreciation for cultural diversity. Who is currently residing in the United States, said the passion she has for the promotion and preservation of Black culture and tradition inspired her decision to host the festival. It's planned as a 4-day Afrocentric film festival, and it will focus on celebrating African films, short films, and documentaries in a bid to unveil the cultural and artistic richness of the Black race to a global audience. Let's just add before we go that the African Movie Academy Awards call for entries is still open until June 30, 2023. The organizers also stated that the nomination for this year's AMA will be announced in August 2023, while only films produced and released between January 2022 and 30th May 2023 should be submitted. The 19th edition of the AMAs will be held on October 29, 2003 in Lagos. That's all for this segment. I leave you in the good hands of Frank and Bunmi. My name is Shaibu Husseini. See you soon.
Indeed, many thanks to Dr. Shuaibu Husseini for that concise reportage about our movie industry. We're taking giant steps in that industry, I must say.
Bunmi, I think that's one of the essence of this program is to discover the best. We may not have all the resources, but we try and get the best brains around so that we can really put the same ecosystem. Let people understand how deep Nigerian, culture and the arts, including music, how deep we are, because that's the entire gamut of the industry. So Dr. Husseini has, in fact, it's one of our best. And we appreciate him every week or every other 2 weeks that he's here, that he's bringing something new. And I think we'll keep on that tradition, as we go.
Indeed, we will. It's good to hear, the Afolayons, the Makuns, the Opalikes, getting such recognition, national recognition. Wonderful, and congratulations to them. Like he said, we move on now on the show, straight into our new segment. But before we do that, we just take this short time out, and then we'll get into our news. Stay with us.
You are the best, the very, very best. You make our world go round. This is why we'll always be your anchor.
At Anchor Insurance, we will always turn up for our clients when it really matters. We put in 100% because they mean the world to us. If you desire insurance services built around you, where claims are paid promptly, then come to Anchor Insurance.
You are the best. You are the very, very best. Oh, yeah. You make our world go round. And this is why we'll always be our anchor.
Anchor Insurance, where insurance truly works.
Welcome back, and I do know that our Anchor Insurance people are already on the line waiting to talk to us. Good morning, Mr. Chima.
Good morning, Bunmi, and good morning, Frank.
Chima, morning.
So it's good to hear your voice today, and you're so welcome. So today is not going to be any different from any of the days that we've been having these conversations, but we're taking it a step further. We're looking at machinery breakdown insurance, and I assume that that's different from what we've been talking about.
Yes, of course.
It is different. Wow. So we're going to be looking at, what exactly is machine breakdown insurance. We're going to do like a two-prong question. So you answer them in one at once. We're looking at what is machinery breakdown insurance. So you help us define that. Let's know exactly what that is. How is it different from what we've been talking about before? And then we would like you to just explain to us what the exclusions in that policy are.
Okay, machinery breakdown, it's like a sister or a brother to plantar risk.
Okay,
Yeah.
They sound alike, so I'm not surprised.
Exactly. Plantar risk takes care of damages, direct impact on the machine.
Yeah.
Caused by fire, or also when the engine or its parts is stolen. But machinery breakdown covers the breakdown of that plant.
Okay.
Our machine. So it can be extended also to be defined as when a machine suffer any unforeseen or sudden critical loss of damage caused by defect in casting material and faulty designs, and also fault at the workshop.
Okay.
Bad workmanship, carelessness, and lack of care. A physical explosion, tearing apart of the engine, short circuits, or storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, we had this really strong gale force winds, last night. So anyone who is covered under this insurance policy, if they had any machine breakdown as a result of this natural disaster, they can be covered. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they can be covered if it's caused by storm, just like you pointed out,
Yeah.
the rainfall. Yes.
Yeah, critically, but let me just intervene here. I just try to situate insurance to something that people can understand. Just like the rains are here, and of course you find that most of those who plant, or rather who operate these plants or machineries, sometimes they don't have the training ecosystem. So these things run into problems, and just like you mentioned earlier. So under this insurance, it's expected that those who have this machinery should really look into it. Apart from the fact that storms are here, apart from the fact sometimes that there are also mistakes on the part of those who operate these machines, and this thing costs a lot of money. Okay, so it's important that they should also secure it. I don't know whether I'm making sense.
Okay, if I understand you very clearly,
Yes.
you're talking about if such losses or damages on the
Yes.
machine is
Yes.
caused by the bad operator,
Yes,
an unskilled workman.
exactly.
Yes. Well, it covers damages caused by lack of skill or carelessness. However, it must not be willful.
Okay.
It must not be sabotage.
It's an act of sabotage.
Yes.
Yeah. As part of the exclusions, we have losses of damage arising out of willful acts or gross negligence of the insured or his representative.
But let me clear this, because sometimes we run away some realities, both the insurer and the insured. Sometimes the kind of system that we operate, sometimes the worker may decide that maybe the accountant didn't pay me very well, or didn't pay. I still have like 10,000. He didn't pay for 2 months, so it goes there and damage the plant. Deliberately, that's willful. That's willful. So in a situation like that, okay, you have to establish that it's willful. And is there any remedy? Is there anything that could be done in that situation?
Okay, it varies from underwriter to another underwriter. There is an extension for malicious damage.
Okay.
So it depends on the risk appetite of such underwriter. If you may want to extend to cover malicious damage, because the scenario you painted out just now,
yes,
attributed to malicious act, and illegally it can also be differentiated from a willful act. A willful act might be done; it might just be done not necessarily out of malice or the scenario you pointed out. Somebody could just be fidgeting with a machine and get it damaged just to maybe out of curiosity.
Or let me try if it can work. All right. I think usually I don't like us to take everything, because we need to keep him with us.
Yeah.
So I think we just leave the other questions.
Yes.
So that because this is an engagement, so that it can really sink in. So don't take everything as the case may be. So we'll leave him till next week, Thursday.
Yes.
And honestly, this time around, I think since I'm around, I will personally drag him to this studio. Because
we need to see your face.
We need to see your face. So,
okay, I'm available.
Okay, thank you. So we'll see you next week. Thank you for this time out on this insurance segment. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Right, we've been speaking with Mr. Chima Akechi, representing Anchor Insurance. We hear from them every Thursday on this show. They are our permanent partners, if I can put it that way, on this show. Well, I did promise you the news. That is what is coming up next now.
But before we go to the news, it's also, I think we're going to really create time. Maybe we'll just open our microphone one of these days, and then let people call in, because you need to really, maybe they're following us.
Yes.
Nigerians, the response is usually very low. But on this insurance, because it's basic,
Yeah.
the way the world is changing, and a lot of things don't take for granted. People these days, even in the bus that you take when you travel, and also when you drive, because these are plant and machineries. Or sometimes you go to your mechanics, you say a lot of things that are not right, and all those things. So it's good for us to begin to also came to not just for the big boys and big companies, even the little persons around, for whatever you do, it's good to have insurance because of part of the ecosystems of running your business. And I'm sure Colin is shaking his head because he's a tech expert. So I'm sure they also need to look into this when we get there. Thank you, Bunmi. Let's run.
Yeah, we'll take that break. We'll take a breather. Cornelius is going to come on. Don't forget that he's still with us in the studio, and we're going to be bringing him on during our Villa Square segments. That is still coming up, so you don't want to miss any minute, any second of this show. Stay with us. We'll be back after this because the news is coming your way, courtesy Heck Travels.
Hey Michael, you travel frequently and hardly complain of travel services. How do you come by?
I use the services of one of the best travel outfits in Nigeria, Heck Travel Agency.
Heck Travel Agency?
Oh yes, Heck Travel Agency takes care of travel plans, ticketing, insurance, visa, and provides pocket-friendly fares helpful in this new normal.
Really? What about holiday packages for families?
Trust Heck Travel Agency on that too. On request, the agency provides both local and international tourism holiday packages with detailed country situation reports, car hire, and hotel reservation.
Where can I locate Heck Travel Agency?
Very easy, my friend. Heck Travel Agency is located in number 2 Ibro Avenue, Rainbow Estate, Trans Amadi, River State. Telephone 0907-893-5167. Lagos office, Parkview Estate, Ikoyi. Telephone 0806-2463-292. Heck Travel Agency, always in touch.
Thanks for staying with us, and this is still Creative Nigeria, and here we are bringing you our culture, technology, festivals, travels, hospitality, music, movies, brown water economy, insurance news, and sports tourism, supported by Heck Travels and edited by Frank Meke. Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says his government expects an intel-backed approach to addressing insecurity in Nigeria. The president spoke during a visit to the new Office of Counter-Terrorism Unit under the watch of the National Security Advisor and he warned that he would not tolerate security agencies working at cross purposes and also fighting the scourge of insecurity without detailed intelligence network. Nigeria's top youth tech entrepreneur and innovator Cornelius Ugwunwa made it to the top 3 finalists at the just concluded 5th Africa Youths in Tourism Innovation Challenge held in Namibia. 2 other Nigerians who romped into the finals of the keenly contested Tech Startup Challenge, Ibukunoluwa Salau and Mustafa Tijani, were dropped, leaving only Cornelius Ugwunwa, Gloria Kisilu of Kenya, and South Africa's Nshabo Lehong to battle for the 2023 win, the top prize winner to be announced in Botswana next year. No reason was given for the sudden shift of position on who is primed to emerge at Swakopmund, Namibia event by the organizers, Africa Tourism Partners. Cornelius Ugwunwa is our guest today, as you've heard, on the Villa Square segment, and will tell us about his top-notch travel tech project and his thoughts on the competition. Meanwhile, the sit-at-home debacle in the southeast, Enugu State in particular, may become a nightmare solved as the new governor of the state, Mr. Pitamba, took to the streets of Enugu to monitor his order for compliance to security agencies and the citizens to break the hold of the sit-at-home, which has been ravaging the economic and social life of the people. Both IPOB and MASOB groups agitating for political rights of the people to rule themselves praised the new governor for taking the initiative to break the stronghold of the sit-at-home order, which was introduced by IPOB to pressure the release of its founder, Nnamdi Kanu, from prison. And finally, in our news today, the world's first ever fastest sprinter, Jim Hines, is dead. Hines passed away at the age of 76 years, and he was the first man to run 100 meters in 10 seconds in a United States Championship at the Mexico Olympics in 1968. He shattered his own record with an electronic timed 9.95 seconds. May his soul rest in peace. Well, that's our news on this segment this morning, and it has been brought to you by Heck Travels, edited by Frank Meke. Some things to look at in that news, but I guess when we get into our Villa Square segment, we will be talking with Cornelius Ugwunwa, top finalist at Namibia. So stay with us. We'll be back after this. It's getting more interesting. Welcome back. Like I said, it's getting more interesting, and it is my absolute pleasure to say once again, welcome Cornelius to the studio. Everybody that comes onto this show actually becomes a part of the Creative Nigeria family, so you are a part of the family now. Welcome to the family.
Thank you very much.
So, Namibia, but long before Namibia happened, there was something that you were doing. So what was it? What is it that you're about? What is your travel tech project about, and what's its impact on existing businesses?
Okay, so before Namibia, we've been building Cardinal. Let me put it this way: when you come to travel settings in Africa, you see so much happening around the leisure travel. Now the question now becomes, does it mean that businesses don't require personalized services for their business trips? And that is one of the problems that we first observed.
True that.
From there, we now started speaking with businesses, and we identified two problems again. Now, businesses face a challenge when it comes to managing their travel expenses and also assessing tech-enabled financial services for their trips. Now, for these businesses, what they do eventually is they try to limit their travel. Now, limiting their travel, why it sort of served the business at some point, it makes them to not actually compete on the global scale. You get? Now, when you sort of say, okay, I don't want to make this travel, let's limit it to essential travels. What is essential? What is not essential? So that becomes the problem, because the idea is that you are limiting your movement, because in-person interaction is still very much essential for you to actually expand.
Yeah.
So we now identified that, okay, so how do we now make businesses to actually tap into this important side of the business, travel, experience? Even when you are on that trip, how do you experience that trip? As a business
person.
Yeah, as a business person. So we now built a solution around that. The idea for us is that we build a tool that will help businesses to plan, manage, and finance their travel and experiences, both on-site and off-site, saving them time and money on their trips. So that's basically the idea of Cardinal.
So are we talking software?
Yeah, it's a web app. It's a software, actually, and we are expanding here. So we are moving to actually add more to fine-tune it to make it quite easier for everybody, like the employees. Using your handheld devices, you can actually access Cardinal anywhere, even using your everyday use softwares at the offices, like your HR software, CRS software, down to your accounting softwares. You can easily access Cardinal on those platforms.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, me, I left that conference with a lot of interrogations and thoughts, particularly about the Nigerian person, or the youths all over the world, particularly in Nigeria. The banks, the government, they expect that the youths should do something, be creative, just like him. But nobody listens to them.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, here he is. He shares his experience, how he goes about sourcing for funds. Somebody is so creative. And I know the essence of what is that, look, they need to take back the economy. They need to hold on to the economy. But who is listening to them and who actually is helping? And I think he needed to look at the areas, maybe share. Because funding is critical. Passion is so wonderful. I'm passionate. I can see he's passionate and all those things. And even on this trip, so he has to find his way.
Wow.
I know how costly it is to fly these days. So, Cornelius, let me ask, the funding aspect, because it's critical. Some of those things ecosystem will find out that, look, if you really need to jump ahead and be in charge of the economy in the next 10 years, then something need to happen about making funding, easy or accessible to the young persons.
Okay, so when it comes to funding and also running the business, I feel yes, the gap is still too much when it comes to an African setting and also a black founder. You get so when you are sort of from the other side of the race, it's quite easier for you. You just have to build something that is scalable and
really,
yes, once you have something that is scalable and you're able to prove that this is scalable, you already have people knocking at your doors. So when you are on the other side, that's for us. You have to actually do more. You have to prove yourself worthy, and that makes it quite easy, especially when you are sort of not advantaged to the point. Because when you don't have those preferential treatments and all those things, it becomes quite difficult for you. So building a business then becomes a hustle for most founders. I've met with founders that are quite building an interesting product in so many industries, in so many markets, and the only problem that they will tell you that they lack the funds to actually push it into the market, because those funds are very, very essential. You get?
I think it's the most important.
Yeah, actually, you can't build a business and you are trying to build $1 billion business and you are still running it on your own.
No.
So why it's quite important to actually get the traction, to get people to start knowing about your business and all. Most of these things you need money to actually push it.
True that.
Now, when you are also building for some markets, for some models like the B2B side, when it comes to businesses, it becomes another topic entirely, because businesses require so many levels of security. Have you used that word?
True.
Yeah. So you, as their vendor or someone that is rendering service to them, you need to offer them those security. And if you're not able to provide those security, it becomes a problem.
They'll go to the next
person.
Yeah.
So the competition becomes very stiff.
But how has it been for you in particular?
Well, I had to take a big drop so that I can actually get out of this. Okay, so for us, when we started, it was quite difficult, yes. But then I believe it's just we sort of had the right people working that we first reached out to when it comes to users. So when we approached them and we sort of were very vulnerable, we showed them our vulnerable side. We told them, okay, this is what we are building and this is just us at this point. And we want to actually help you to achieve this, and this is all you get. So we understood them and they understood us as well. So in that setting, we already have like an understanding when it comes to probably taking those products and also making payments at the right time. You get? So understanding us and the fact that we provided a transparent platform. They are seeing everything as it's working. Get? So it sort of helped us also when we are sort of trying to sell the product to the market. So growing has been quite bumpy, but after a while, it just became straight for us.
Yeah, I think we need to come back to Cornelius, and we're going to end this on that bit because there's so much.
There's so unpack there.
There's so much that happened that I felt. For instance, I believe he should have been announced as the winner of that competition.
We were rooting for him here.
No, honestly, there were 3 of them. The other 2, also brilliant presentations. And these are practical things, like he said. They scaled up that system and everybody sees. But again, maybe I'll just be sentimental,
I also think that it's time,
somebody told me,
yes.
Let me share with you, somebody who was following us, and he called me and I said, look, Frank, I read what you wrote about, you want to dance on one leg, because but I tell you, whether it's going to be announced in Botswana, it's going to announce in Kuwait, anywhere, this guy is going to win.
He's here to stay.
So, and I say amen to that. So we'll come back to him because maybe some other time, because we need to look critically. He's now become, he's
family.
I've been family. It's somebody that we could reach out there and say
exactly.
creatively for what we're doing here. We have somebody that everybody can also, young persons can look out to. He become like a mentor to others, because that's the essence of it. Even though he is going to be mentored, particularly in trying to link him up to bigger businesses, and of course in terms of finance, because in this kind of discovery, you still need a lot of money.
Yes.
If you look at the world as it is, it's not just the only consumption of 200 million Nigerians, and if you look at it, it's just a fraction that we have just put this things in you. So we want to look at economy and own it. That's the whole idea. But the young persons to own their future, to run the business and create jobs. So we don't want to see you saying that there's no job anywhere. There are jobs.
Yes.
The government need to listen to them.
Yeah.
We, the adults, parents, we need to listen to them. Sometimes they come up with the idea and say, my friend, it's just like when football started. you know, they say go to school. I was caught up in that. I played for Lagos Academicals during those times.
Oh, really?
And my parents said, look, my friend, it's school that we sent you. Leave
Go
this
to school.
alone." But today, you know,
Every parent is encouraging their child to go and play for
so
professional
he's
football.
going to be one of those people that. So can we do? Bunmi, I don't know. Can we do Nigeria? Is it possible?
Yes, I guess we can. We need to take our people to another state, yet another state today. And this particular state I'm taking us to, I'm very, very passionate about it. But just before I take us there, let's hear from Topaz Travels. They sponsor this segment.
Hello there. The world of travel changes in seconds, and Border Post's requirements needs the touch of a professional to help you navigate through the challenges of airline cancellation, delays, and health requirements. At Topaz Travels and Tours, we help you keep eyes on the ball, processing your travel needs with ease, taking your stress away. For your international and local travel tickets, travel insurance, reservations, hotel bookings, car hire services, and visa guidance, you can trust us to deliver as your ultimate choice. You can reach us via WhatsApp on 080-9401-5458 or call 080-3313-8658 or visit our corporate office at Suite F8, first floor, Febson Mall, plot 2425 Herbert Macaulay Way, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. Email info@topaztravel.com.ng. Topaz Travels and Tours. Stress-free travel.
Right, so I'm taking you straight down south to Akwa Ibom State, a really, really lovely state because I've been there. So today we're looking at Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria, and we're focusing in particular on the Oron people, the Oron Nation. Akwa Ibom State is a state located in the southern part of Nigeria. It was created on the 23rd of September 1987 from the former Cross River State. The capital of Akwa Ibom State is Uyo. The state is bordered to the east by Cross River State, Rivers and Imo State to the west, Abia to its north, and Ebonyi to the northwest. Major towns in Akwa Ibom include Eket, Ikorekpene, Oron, and Abak. They taught me that when I was there. The people of the Oron Nation are a minority group in Akwa Ibom State. They are known for their fishing and seafaring. The Oron Nation is made up of communities like Oron, Okobo, Mbo, Urue Ofong, Uruko, Odong Uko, and Eset Eket. Speaking about culture, Oron people have a spectacle cultural festival called Ababa Carnival, held every 1st of January in the new year. The carnivals provide economic opportunities for locals with a display of dance, music, and masquerades in different colors. The Ababa Carnival witnesses a huge turnout of people, both from far and near. Tourist enthusiasts always make it a point of call to attend the carnival. Good cuisine is found in Oron, as it is literally impossible to resist their local delicacy like the ekpan koko, made from grated cocoyam mixed with red oil, periwinkle, crayfish, smoked fish, and assorted meats. It is wrapped in cocoyam leaves and boiled. Another is the ntam kwobi, a traditional dish made from cow legs cooked in a spicy sauce made from palm oil, utazi leaves, onions, and various spices. It is often served as a side dish or enjoyed with drinks. Abak atama soup is made with atama leaf and combined with fresh corn and palm fruit extract to create a unique flavor. It is usually enjoyed with fufu, or pounded yam. Beg your pardon. Some interesting and fascinating places to visit in Oron are the Oron National Museum and the Maritime Academy of Nigeria. Well, the best natural attraction tourist destination to visit is the beautiful state of Akwa Ibom are the Ibana Beach, the Eket Beach, and the Ikorabasi Beach Resort. Others are the Ibom Plaza, Ibom E-Library at Uyo, and the Rafia City Plaza. Think tourism, think Dakada State. Well, that's Oron Nation in Akwa Ibom State, and it was a pleasure to bring you that. That piece, I want to say a very big thank you to Ezekiel Nyeka for putting this together for us for Creative Nigeria here on Mainland 98.3 FM. We move now to just do we do music?
Yeah, I think we need to creatively do something this morning.
Yeah.
We'll combine the music
and our conclusion.
And then we're going to ask Cornelius whether he likes African food. But one of the things we did is mopping worms in Namibia and Swapokon.
Yeah.
We have worms in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You see, I think Bunmi is not just beyond what he said. Ezeka, of course, served in Akwa Ibom, so you can see.
Oh, as well.
The reflection. If I keep on saying every day he wants to go back there, and all this, and I know it's
a lovely place.
I know it's the food that he wants to go back. I don't know the other one also.
Food.
For the food.
Their women are lovely.
Okay, Bunmi said that. But honestly, the truth is that it's because the time has come for us to talk about Nigeria from the food ecosystem.
Yes.
We have 300 languages and ethnic groups in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Each of them is a study
on its own. Oh yeah.
And those who say, we want to do something about marketing Nigeria, we want to do actual food, we've not really defined the process. But it is good that we have seen this. And I ask all of us, which of the Nigerian food do you like?
I like Amala.
For real?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
And sometimes when I say this, people would be like, well, you didn't grow up in Lagos or in the south, as I said. But coming to Lagos, I just tried Amala and I just
loved it.
Yeah, I just loved it.
Interesting.
Aside that would be my southeastern foods.
Of course, of course.
Okay, well, that's good to know because I saw you have joined the expert. So we go to the music and then we'll come back and then we'll wrap up this bit.
Yes.
Yeah, Bunmi is a troublemaker. Anyway, here we have, what we do here all the time, to use our music to talk to us.
Yes.
And there's something about Nigeria, the way we coin words. In fact, in Namibia, we made the Deputy Minister of Tourism. She's a lady. And I said, Nigeria, me, I be Ogao. You understand? So trying to tell you, try to use our words when we discuss this.
And
here is Dr. Sawario telling us that time sometimes comes for a man to hide his head. Okay? You can keep your head.
Yeah.
Okay? Particularly when things you don't understand, maybe the subsidy thing. A lot of people don't understand it. So you keep your head.
Yeah.
Okay? And of course, he's also saying that had he been a man or men gives children, we wonder who would have given us children. Because men would have denied us children or a child. Do you understand? So in a scenario like that, so everybody just have to keep his head.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's what I'm saying. You know, so keep your head.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes just like what young man, you keep your head. You are focused on what you are doing. Okay, because there are some people who may want to deny you that opportunity.
Some people will be jealous of your success.
Jealous. So sometimes even here, you know, I tell people, look, you can say anything about me. You know, but you can't reach me. Take my picture into your room and
do all you can.
You understand? Because God has created all of us, and I thank God we have God. If not for it, Cornelius will be talking about a discovery, because there's a lot of people who want to stop him.
Yeah.
You know, who say, "Oh, why must it be him?" and things like that. So that's the essence of all this, or the music of today.
Yes.
You know, situations like this. Okay, keep your head. So I'm coming to you, Cornelius. What experience do you run away from the last competition? You know, vis-a-vis a lot of young persons that are there, and okay, we have 2 minutes to go. So just chip one. What experience do you run away from? We know we are going to win this.
Yes, we are.
I don't think I was trying to experience Namibia, to be honest. I was trying to experience everything. I personally asked for their cuisine, like. At the point I was like, why Western meal? Like, I'm done with Western meal. I need native cuisine. And I got it. So basically, running away, I don't think I ran away. I met with so many people. I spoke with people that I just wanted to speak with as many people as people understand so many people's perspective about Nigeria. Exactly. I was speaking with people from Tanzania and South Africa, because I know Nigerians are quite so much in those countries. So how do you vibe? How do Nigerians vibe with you guys there? How do you guys interact? So I was just trying to understand that, so that it just me personally just trying to be very much.
So you were pretty much our ambassador.
So much is going to come back.
Yeah.
But I have one experience. I met young persons, and they told me, "Sir, do you know Mr. Ibu?" They also asked me,
"For real?
You know Banana Island?"
Oh wow!
So I'll leave you with that.
Okay.
For me, the moment you take this down,
it's been wonderful,
and next
guys.
time, don't ask me to answer some questions.
No problem. It's been wonderful, guys. Thank you all for listening in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for dropping a comment on all those social media platforms. It will be our delight. We'll you can also head to creative_TV _ Naija_TV. Let me do that again. Creative_Naija_TV. That's on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. That's where you find us. Drop us a comment. We'll be delighted to hear from you. We'll be back on the same station, same time, 10 a.m. next week. From us on this side, we say goodbye and God bless.